My name's Thomas Gelder. Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about sky replacement, or adding objects in the sky to make it look more interesting. You can literally put any object you want into the sky, or you can completely replace the sky with a different background. Now the best way to do this is to have a shot that is static on a tripod. Make sure the sky is in it. It can be a little bit of sky or a big part of the sky. Just as long as the sky is in it, we can then get creative with it. There's tons and tons and tons of stuff online that you can use for free to replace your sky. So that's what I'm going to be talking about today. One is adding an object. So maybe moon or a spaceship or something that's pretty cool and creative, or maybe even lightning as well. Now to do this is to just go on some sort of stock website. Like there's loads of stock footage websites online. There's Pond5, Shutterstock, all these places. I mean, you have to pay for them, but there's also YouTube that you can go to for free. There's a lot of green screen channels that do stuff on there. Some of them are a bit corny, so you've got to look a lot to find the right one and the most realistic one, but it saves you a lot of money. Also, what I recommend is, if you're gonna get a still object and it's not video related, then you can also go on Google Images and make sure the usage right is on reuse or reuse with modification. This is just because of copyright issues, and you're actually able to reuse these. That's the reason why they're in that category. And with the clip that I'm playing with today, it's a nightlife video that I shot. It's like the opening scene of them walking onto a little roller coaster ride and taking a ride on it. But here in the original video, I added lightning. So I will be talking about how I did that. But first of all, I want to talk about how to add a moon into the shot. Now with the moon clip, what you want to do is drag the moon photo that you have into the editing suite. Make sure it's on top of the clip. Now it all depends on what background the moon is. If it's got a black background and the sky is black, then you really don't need to do much. All you have to do is go on screen, bring it up to the corner, and then that's the effect basically done. To sell it a little bit more, what you want to do is you want to duplicate it, select the bottom layer of the moon, go into the effects panel, go on camera blur, drag the camera blur onto the bottom layer of the moon, bring it to around 5 to 8, and then what you want to do is you want to create a moonshine. So here you're just going to go to color correction, go into lumetary color, and all you're going to do is bring up the highlights, bring up the whites. If you want to make it a little bit more brighter, just bring the exposure up as well. And there you have it. That's the first effect done. Second effect, get a clip on Google that's royalty free of some sort of different sky. It can be any type of sky. It can be clouds, can be thunder, can be northern lights, which is what I've used. There's multiple choices. When you downloaded the clip, bring it into the editing suite. Now make sure this layer is under the video clip. This is because you're going to be doing some keying on the actual video clip, which is then going to expose the sky. So click on the video clip, not the bottom layer, the second layer. Add Luma key, toggle with the threshold till it fits appropriate. Bring the opacity up of the bottom layer. This just so it shows and exposes what needs keying out. And then you're just going to key around whatever objects are in the frame. Once this is done and you've keyed out all the objects in the frame apart from the sky, then this just exposes the bottom layer. What you want to do with the keying is invert it, bring the mask feather up to soften the effect, and then go onto the bottom layer and bring the opacity down just a little bit, just so it doesn't look too unrealistic and it blends in with the clip. And that's the effect done. Now, to sell it even more, I've done an example of adding both together and then adding a camera movement. Best way of doing this, bring the moon clip in, the exact same process, screen it, bring it up to where you want it to be. You're going to nest all these clips together. You're going to scale it to 103 or 105, just so you've got movement to play with. You're going to key the positioning at the start of the clip. You're going to toggle it by 3 to 4 frames and just move it ever so slightly, not too much. You're going to repeat this process throughout the clip, and this creates a fake camera movement as well as a sky replacement, just to sell the effect even more if you wanted to do so. And that's it for this video. It's a bit more of an interesting one, a bit of a simpler one, but not many people kind of know. And a lot of people apply it as well, but it can come in handy very, very well if you do it very, very well. I mean, you can get as creative as you want with it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure you follow my socials, you like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.